The June 17th, 2024 meeting of the Bay City City Commission will come to order. The city clerk will give the invocation, which will be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Please rise. I'd also like to do a moment of silence for Dennis Poyer, the County Commissioner in Bay County, who passed away the other day. Give him a moment of silence, please. Thank you. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Dockett.
I'm here.
Rivet. Bernie.
Yep.
Brunner.
Here.
Hilliker. Gerard.
Present.
Clements.
Here.
Morris.
Here.
Mayor Newsham.
Thank you. I have heard from Commissioner Hilliker and the mayor. Is there a motion to excuse? Commissioner Gerard?
Move to excuse the mayor and Commissioner Hilliker.
Thank you. Is there a second? Commissioner Brunner?
Second.
Thank you. Is there any objection? Seeing none, the mayor and Commissioner Hilliker are excused, and we have a quorum. Next item on tonight's agenda is City Commission goals discussion. If the manager would like to start that, or did you have someone else?
No, I can start it. So we met the end of last year to discuss city goals for this upcoming fiscal year. Commissioners put together 2 goals from each of their wards, including 2 from myself, and we discussed those at the Finance Policy meeting, and we were tasked with making them into SMART goals. So the document you have in front of you is in the SMART goals format, and I know somebody wanted to discuss the goals, so we are open for discussion if you have any questions.
Thank you. Is there any discussion? Seeing none. So at the last meeting, there was discussion about, on the second page of the packet that you have, develop a 10-year strategy to regain operation of independent/Liberty bridges. And the first item on the third page, maintain and strengthen the partnership with Bay City Bridge Partners by exploring new collaborative opportunities and enhancing communication channels to ensure effective coordination and alignment of goals. There was discussion about those being mutually opposed to one another. I've thought about it, and I do see there is some conflict there, but I don't think they're entirely mutually opposed. So I think it's something that we can continue with. If there's additional discussion on it, I'm happy to entertain, and if we want to pull it, pull one of them, pull both of them, pull neither of them, let me know what you guys want to do, and we will move forward that way. Seeing none, okay, we'll move on. Next item is adoption of the agenda. Do any members of the commission wish to add any item to the agenda? Commissioner Bernie? Would you be so, yep.
Yep, and I'd like to read it now.
Please, thank you.
My resolution is about violation of standards of conduct and prohibitions. Whereas use of city personnel, property, services, or funds under the officers or employees' officials' care and control for personal gain or benefit. Mike Bacigalupo and Commissioner Gerard knowingly signed a $800,000 mortgage, naming the State Theater as the borrower, which is under an investigation. Whereas acceptance of employment or rendering of service for private or public interest when that employment or services is incompatible or in conflict with the discharge of the officers or the employee's official duties and responsibilities, while also Commissioner Girard was employed by the City of Bay City Commission in 2020 when the mortgage in question was signed. Whereas, in summary, any violation of the ordinance enacted under this section shall be punishable to the maximum extent permitted by the law, excluding forfeiture or employment. Be it resolved, for transparency, we, the commission body as a whole, stand on Robert rules in this chamber and demand Commissioner Girard recuse himself today on Monday, June 17th, 2024, at this public meeting on any agenda item referring to the State Theater until all investigations are finished. Commissioner Girard, resolution should or shall be postponed until further notice, and this should take effect immediately. Commissioner Girard, you should recuse yourself.
Point of order. Thank you. All right, anyone else? Commissioner Clements?
Yes, I object to placing this on the agenda based on the second paragraph where it says, Commissioner Girard was employed by the City of Bay City Commission. The commission does not employ anyone, nor our city commissioners are not employees of the city.
So this is not an opportunity to object.
Oh, okay.
We can object. Right, so any member can place something on an agenda.
Okay.
So there's no objection at this time. So that'll be on the regular agenda, and then we have to adopt, so.
I'd like to, because I think that's, for Robert rules, that's not accurate. They can object to have something on the agenda.
Per Robert's rules, any member can ask to have something on the agenda.
Okay.
There's no vote needed to do that. Any member has the right to do that.
Gotcha. All right, thank you.
Thank you. There will be an opportunity to discuss and object after we vote on other things. Thank you. Okay, is there a motion to adopt the agenda as amended? Commissioner Brunner.
Move to adopt the agenda as amended.
Thank you. Is there a second? Commissioner Morris.
Second.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Will the clerk please call the roll on the adoption of the agenda as amended?
Commissioner Rivett.
Yes.
Bernie.
Yes.
Brunner.
Yes.
Girard.
No.
Clements.
No.
Morris.
Yes.
Docket.
Yes.
5 yes.
The agenda has been adopted. Next order of business is the consent agenda. Do any members of the commission wish to make a change to the consent agenda? Seeing none, next order of business calls for public input on the consent agenda. This is the opportunity for citizens to remove an item from the consent agenda for consideration on the regular agenda. If anyone in the audience wishes to make a change, please come to the microphone, sign the registration sheet, state your name and address for the record, and the item that you wish to have considered on the regular agenda. Seeing none, is there a motion on the consent agenda? Commissioner Gerard.
Move to approve the consent agenda.
Thank you. Is there a second? Commissioner Brenner.
Second.
Thank you. Will the clerk please call the roll on the adoption of the consent agenda?
Commissioner Burney,
Yes.
Brenner,
Yes.
Gerard, Clements,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Docket,
Yes.
Rivet.
No.
6 yes.
All right, the consent agenda has been adopted. Next order of business is remarks of the mayor and commission. Do any members of the commission wish to make any remarks at this time? Commissioner Clements.
Yes, thank you. Just wanted to, since our last meeting, the Bay City Bass Series first two events went off on June 6th, 7th, and 9th with the BASS College, which brought 197 college teams to the area. And there was a lot of media coverage and a lot of Facebook coverage, and I have to thank the city's Allison Riffle for that coverage. She did just a phenomenal job of covering that event with photos, Facebook posts. I mean, she was there at 4 in the morning when they were launching boats on Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. Sunday was the high school and junior that brought 81 teams. And she did better than a professional company we would have hired to cover that event. So really want to say thank you to Allison for doing that, and for everyone else that helped with those events. They were wildly successful, and they are already planning to come back in 2026. Our next event is August 10th and 11th, which is the Hobie Kayak Series, and then August 29th to the 31st is the National Professional Fishing League. So bringing a lot of activity to the city and showing off everything we have to offer here, and the people just love it, from the tournament staff to the anglers to the families and friends that come. So thank you to everybody that participated and anyone that had any contact with any of the teams. Everything that I heard was positive.
Thank you. Commissioner Burney.
First, I want to start off with what I'm going to say. I know Commissioner Gerard and I are running for mayor. I am not a politician. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing, even getting in this arena. But I will not let anybody take advantage of my city anymore. So with that being said, I'll fight like hell for the city of Bay City. I grew up here, and I'll fight like hell. But anyways, there's no way in hell that I'm going to be a part of this resolution about the demise of the State Theater when Commissioner Gerard was a part of this predicament. He signed with Mike Bacigalupo that $800,000 commercial mortgage naming the State Theater as Bauer. And he is under investigation about it, like everybody else involved. That is named in the State Theater bankruptcy financial woes. No stones will be unturned. He was directly involved with him, Mike Bacigalupo, which he should and must recuse himself from all resolutions dealing with the State Theater being voted on by the city of the Bay City Commission, and separate the commission from the BCGA. This comes at a time of our good standards, as a commission has been compromised. We are losing revenue at a rapid rate. Concert entertainers backing out at the last minute in fear they will not get paid. People changing vacation plans and to even come here. 4th of July, our biggest occasion that bring people from all over the United States. We are under a cloud because of the distrust of our local government. Commissioner Gerard, you need to step down until the investigation is completed. He is no different than Andy Bacigalupo. This resolution he has written needs to be eliminated from our agenda. It only shows more deceit and opens doors that cannot be shut. I am not going down with this ship. Even Commissioner Gerard, if you are working with law enforcement, you are still involved with an investigation. I will fight for this city. I am not a politician. I don't know what the hell to do if I sit on this seat. But damn it, I'm not going down, and neither is the city. We love State Theater. Enough. Where else, what else is this chamber gonna take down? What else? Same old every time. I don't know what I'm gonna do. People help me. I don't know what to do.
You all set, Commissioner Burney?
That's it, thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Gerard?
Thank you. So just for clarification, thank you, Commissioner Burney, for your support in voting, already approving that resolution that I brought forward. So that was already approved, just so you know. Here's the deal. There's a lot of pettiness going on. It needs to stop. You know, we need to have adults in the room, and we seem to be having some folks that want to constantly point fingers at people versus come up with solutions. Just to say and pound your chest and say, I'm here for the city, doesn't mean you're here for the city. It means you're here to point fingers at people and do sound bites. You know, I'm not here for sound bites. I'm here to serve my community. I love my community. You know, I have 5 daughters. I got 10 grandchildren. I'm here for them. I'm here for the rest of the community. So this pettiness all needs to stop. This is absolutely ludicrous, the things that this resolution has in there. It is completely inaccurate, completely false, many of the allegations. I've never been under investigation, period. So, you know, it's really a moot point because we already passed my resolution. So I don't know, it's kind of garbage. The resolution was about transparency. If you didn't want transparency, I guess you could have voted no on the resolution. That's all it's asked for. And I'm hopeful people want transparency. I'm pushing for transparency, period. That's all I'm going to say about it because I'm just tired of this finger-pointing pettiness that's going on. We need to work for solutions for people, put forward resolutions that are about working for the city and the citizens, not about pettiness. That's got to stop. I do want to congratulate Commissioner Clements for the hard work that he put in. My wife and I were actually, went down to Midland Street. We partaked in an anniversary celebration, and we got to meet many of the local college anglers, and really, they really told a great story about coming to Bay City. I mean, the streets were filled with all these, there was 197 teams, so there was 400 people in our city. That was amazing, and I know there's more fishing tournaments coming up, so kudos, good job, and everybody involved in that. That's a great thing for our community. Today at the State of the Community luncheon, well, it's a legislative luncheon by the Chamber of Commerce. Some good news, not definitive news, but it was said publicly. It was said publicly. There's some work being done on potentially some funding for roads that could come our way. We don't know, but it was said at a public meeting, so I will not say it, but there was some potential funding coming our way for roads. Hope that it goes through the legislative process on the state level, and we'll see where that goes. So thank you, everybody. I guess that's all I have right now.
Thank you. Commissioner Clements.
Yes, just Commissioner Gerard's resolution, which was item 14 on the agenda, that was the resolution regarding release of documents between the State Theater and City of Bay City for the operation of Winona Park, excluding law enforcement investigation, just for the people that maybe aren't following, people listening at home. That resolution was passed on consent agenda tonight by a vote of 7-0. Just wanted to clarify that.
Thank you. I think it was 6-1, actually.
Yep, my mistake, 6-1, you're right.
Before we continue to, I want to remind the body, this is not a place to campaign. If you make personal attacks against one another in here, that's inappropriate behavior. I will take the floor back. I don't care who does it. We are here to do the city's business. We are not here to campaign. Talk about the issues. I understand, that's fine, but if we get into personal attacks, it's unprofessional. It's not what we're here to do. Save that for whatever campaign event you go to or whatever Facebook post you make or however you want to handle that, but not in this room, okay? We're going to maintain a degree of professionalism in here, okay? Commissioner Burney.
The thing is when you are involved with a situation, is what I'm saying. A person,
Point of
if you
order,
write
you just made a statement, Commissioner Dockey. You need to uphold whatever you're going to say.
We're going right into personal attacks.
I'm not, I'm just saying, you're supposed to recuse yourself if you are involved with something, if you have a conflict of interest. You are not supposed to write on it,
Point of
vote
order.
on it.
All right, I'm going to take the floor back. Thank you. Commissioner Burney. Commissioner Girard is not a part of that board, so he's not a part of that organization, so there's no personal benefit there, so there is no reason to recuse himself. That's not how conflict of interest works. Thank you. Is there anyone else?
No.
Okay. So, reminder, hopefully we don't have to do this reminder in future meetings. Hopefully the mayor can be back and do this as well. But this is kind of the one warning. We want to be professional in this room, okay? I don't have a whole lot. One piece that it's a little shout out, I guess. Mr. Jurish and Mr. Zielinski the other day down on Midland Street rescued some ducks from one of the storm drains. I just want to thank them for their work on that. It's not something they have to do, but they go above and beyond to do that, and we appreciate their efforts to preserve the wildlife in the area. Thank you. There's no one else, we'll move on. Okay, next order of business is the manager's report. Does the manager wish to make any remarks?
Yes, I have 2 items tonight. Just to let you know, we are having the master plan presented on 7/15, which will include comments that the planning department did receive on that, and then we'll allow comments from the commission as well. On the first meeting in July, which is July 1st, Director of Public Safety Rowell and Fire Chief Karate will be presenting on some fire stations. And the second thing I have is we have 2 applicants for the 7th Ward vacancy. We are going to verify them first thing in the morning, and we will get that list out to all of you, and then we'll set up some interviews. You can steal the floor.
Okay, before we move on to that, so I'm going to steal the floor from the manager for just a second. With 2 applicants, I think we can probably do the interviews on a regular meeting night. Is that all right with everyone, or do we want to have a special meeting for 2 applicants? We just want to do it on a regular meeting night? Just looking for nods, shakes of the head. Okay, getting a feel for the room. Cool. So we'll do it on a
You
regular.
want that on July 1st meeting, or you want to? Okay.
July 1st sounds great. July 1st.
Do you want us to use the same questions that we've used in the past for each commissioner that's prepared, that you all
Yeah,
want to do that?
that
Okay.
seems good, unless
All right.
there's anybody who objects to that. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Thank you. And
That's all I have.
oh, that was both of them. Okay. Thank you. Next order of business calls for public input. Under the rules of the City Commission, each speaker will be allowed 5 minutes to speak. Commissioner Clements will serve as timekeeper. This is the opportunity for citizens to address the commission regarding any agenda item or any other matter. If anyone wishes to address the commission, please come forward, sign the registration sheet, and state your name and address for the record.
Hello, my name is Dolores Kerr, 2403 Kapka Court. My concern is the bicycle lanes that you're putting on Johnson and Midland Street. When I was growing up, we were told, stay off the main roads or you'll lose your bike. You're pushing this down, and I think if you're going to do that, you should then put something in between the car and the bicycle lane, something on the street. I don't care if it's a pole or if it's that wiggly stuff to let you know you can't go there, because I just read here in the Bay City Times, police 16-year-old dies after a bike in an SUV collision. The boy had a helmet, no alcohol, nobody, and he died. They took my helicopter too. I think somebody should check into that. I would like to know how many vehicle and bicycle accidents that have been reported, because when I cross Columbus to go onto Johnson, that's a mess there on that corner with all them yellow lines and bicycles. The other thing, I was always told that you had to go against the traffic so that yeah, see, you're shaking your head no. So if I'm driving down Johnson and this kid is on a bicycle and I'm in a pickup truck and I make a right-hand turn, I'll never see that little bugger. I'll get him. That is not right. There's something wrong with it. That's got to be thought out.
Unfortunately, it's not a two-way conversation at this time.
I
If you wanna
know.
stay
I
after.
was waiting for another thought to come to my mind because it was like I had 100 things wrote here and then I didn't even look at one of them. But that's basically what it was, is, something should be done to protect these children that are out there. That's my concern. Thank you.
Thank you. If you want to stay after, bike lanes are my thing, so thank you.
Too much. Alex, we're at 1309 South Erie. A couple things that were in here that I didn't feel need to pull because I was in very much agreement with it. It was great to see that the risk insurance for this year had a decrease in cost. I thought that was great because I was thinking last year when it went up that I don't know if there's an option to shop that because I know municipal insurance is kind of weird, but I was glad to see a decrease in it this year. Other one is the communication for the substation. I'm glad we're finally getting something official out about that. I just wish it could be done sooner than a year and a half from now, from the completion date. But it's a start, and hopefully people will start being okay with the situation in the end and seeing the light at the end of the tunnel for that. And the final thing was on number 14. I wish that could include a refund for all FOIAs requested for state theater information going back to November when where one independent journalist, Anita, was doing all the posting and pushing stuff in her way. And I know a lot of different places took her information and ran with it and then did more in-depth stories. But I know she paid for a lot of that original information, and now she's out that money. And I don't think that's fair based off of what came through from what she found. So those are my comments for tonight. Thank you.
Is that off? Thank you. There we go. Thank you.
Hi, guys. Melinda Schreiner, representing Bay City Bridge Partners, 300 Center Avenue. Terry Velligan was unable to be here tonight and has asked me to provide you with his update. He wants to address the concerns of two people who spoke during public comment at the last meeting. The first was Nancy Dobson, who came before commissioners to say that she had received several invoices from Bay City Bridge Partners claiming she owed money, despite the fact that she had a BC Pass account and a transponder in her windshield. She was curious if the location where she affixed her transponder was problematic. In fact, it was. Bay City Bridge Partners dug into Ms. Dobson's account and, using the camera equipment mounted on the bridge, found that she had no transponder mounted anywhere on her windshield. Like the thousands and thousands of invoices they have helped customers resolve, hers was not an error. She received them because she had no transponder mounted on her windshield. Regardless, all of her fees were waived. She was provided with instructions for installing her transponder, and she's now happily traveling over Liberty Bridge with the transponder installed, and she's receiving free tolling. Also, 2 weeks ago, another member of the public mentioned a friend or a neighbor who was paying more than $2,400 in tolls. While we would need the specifics of this person's account to provide an accurate response, it is incredibly important to note that no one driving a Class 1 passenger vehicle should be paying $2,400 when residents with transponders are free and non-residents can enroll in a $15 a month unlimited pass. We continue to work with customers one-on-one to waive fees, answer questions, and provide clarity about the electronic tolling process. Today, a customer service Representative worked with a Portsmouth Township man who came in with a $300 bill, and he was angry because he was under the impression he was entitled to the resident discount. The CSR explained the City of Bay City residency requirements, reduced his bill to $70, and got him signed up for the $15 a month unlimited pass, and he left happy. The same CSR met a City of Bay City resident at an employee event who refused to create a BC Pass account and use Liberty Bridge because she would never give Bay City Bridge Partners her credit card information. When the CSR explained that she did not have to provide a payment method to get the discount, she changed her tune completely and created her account. To allow for more of these helpful conversations to take place, Bay City Bridge Partners is suspending all late fees and account escalation through September 30th, 2024, to give everyone ample time to connect with us. We ask commissioners to join us in having these helpful conversations and encouraging everyone to take advantage of the lowest rates possible by creating a BC Pass account and installing a transponder sticker in their vehicles. This will be ongoing as the start of tolling on Independence Bridge begins January 2025. Thank you, and as always, you have Terry Veligan's cell phone number if you have any comments, questions, or concerns. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any others?
Aaron Boxey, Bay City Firefighters, Local 116, President, 541 West Cole Road, Sanford, Michigan.
Ben Krasminski, President of Bay City Command Officers Association of Michigan, 501 3rd Street.
Chris Kaliszewski, Vice President, Command Officers Association of Michigan, 501 3rd Street.
Russell LaRose, President, Bay City Police Officers Association, Police Officers Association of Michigan, 501 3rd Street.
Gentlemen, as you change, could you make sure you speak into the microphone clearly? Thank you.
To the City of Bay City Mayor and City Commission. Collectively, the members of the IAFF, Bay City Professional Firefighters, Local 116, the Police Officers Association of Michigan, and the Commander Officers Association of Michigan write this letter in support of City Manager Dana Muscat. Our three unions stand together in solidarity and wish to express our utmost gratitude for the work that City Manager Muscat does on a daily basis. City Manager Muscat's dedication to and support of public safety as a whole has been nothing short of exceptional. Our memberships are in complete agreement that City Manager Muscat is wholeheartedly dedicated to ensuring that public safety personnel have all the necessary resources needed in order to provide the best possible law enforcement, fire, and emergency medical services to the citizens of Bay City. Her continuous hard work and backing of public safety provide our members with the confidence to fulfill our duties and know that we are supported. It is well known by everyone in public safety that works with her that City Manager Muscat is the epitome of what a quality leader should be. Her admiration for her work and love for the city is completely apparent whenever she interacts with her employees. We're completely confident that City Manager Muscat makes excellent choices in her role and strives to have the best interest for all city departments. Her effective and well thought out decision-making ensures that all city departments are able to function better than they ever have before. Lastly, nothing is clearer than the city manager's professionalism and upstanding attitude to those around her on a daily basis. City Manager Muscat has created a positive work environment for anyone that interacts with her. And it is a well-known fact that she is completely approachable, has an open door policy, and is one of the kindest people that you will ever meet. The members of Local 116, POEM, and COMB stand behind City Manager Muscat with the utmost support, as she is one of the most proactive leaders that the city has ever known. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. If you'd be so kind as to write your names, and I think you all gave the same address, so that's fine. Thank you. Are there any others? Seeing none, we will move it on to regular agenda. Would the clerk please call the next item on the regular agenda?
Regular agenda item 1, city manager recommending adoption of the city commission goals. Recommendation approve.
Thank you. Is there a motion? Commissioner Clements?
Move to approve.
Thank you. Is there a second? Commissioner Brunner?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? No discussion. Okay. All right. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Brunner,
Yes.
Gerard,
Yes.
Clements,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Docket,
Yes.
Rivet,
No.
Bernie.
No.
5 yes, 2 no.
Motion is adopted. Will the clerk please read the next item on the agenda?
Item 2, Commissioner Clements, resolution supporting the Midland Street Management Board to use their fund balance to pay for city charges to close and open the 600 block of Midland Street for events.
Thank you. Is there a motion? Commissioner Clements?
Move to approve.
Thank you. Is there a second? Commissioner Gerard?
Second.
Thank you. Is there any discussion? Commissioner Clements?
Yes, thank you. This resolution is just a resolution of support. We cannot direct the Midland Street Management Board to do anything with their fund balance. Just a resolution of support that they use their fund balance to pay for the charges for opening and closing the 600 block. You know, everybody's starting to work together down there, and there are, you know, costs for staff to close those streets and then open them, and then on overtime on Sunday mornings. You know, I've spoken to the chair of the Midland Street Management Board, and you know, he went over some of the things they plan on doing with their fund balance, and he thought that this was within that budget that they're kind of working with. They do have a healthy fund balance. So just something to help the businesses that are benefiting from the street being closed and the businesses that are benefiting from the street being open. So all this is just sending a message that the city commission supports the management board in using their fund balance for those charges. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Seeing none, will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Gerard,
Yes.
Clements,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Docket,
Yes.
Rivet,
Yes.
Bernie,
Yes.
Brunner,
Yes.
7 yes.
Motion is adopted. Will the clerk please read the next and final item of tonight's agenda?
Commissioner Bernie's resolution.
Thank you. Is there a motion? Commissioner Bernie?
Motion.
Thank you. Is there a second? Commissioner Morris?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Commissioner Gerard?
Just to be clear, this is pretty much a moot. Again, most of the information is inaccurate, and so I'll obviously be voting no.
Thank you. Anyone else? Yeah, Commissioner Bernie?
I'm going to elaborate again. Can I ask him a question? Can I?
You can ask questions. He doesn't have to answer them, and I will remind you this is not a campaign event. Thank you.
Commissioner Gerard, did you sign that $800,000 mortgage naming the State Theater with Mike Bacigalupo? I'm just stating, you said that I was saying something that was untrue. Did you sign that $800,000 mortgage naming the State Theater? I just want to make sure everyone knows. They can read it in the newspaper. In 2020, you know, I just want to make sure everybody knows that, you know, I don't have to lie about it.
Oh, when you make allegations of improprieties, that's lying, and saying that I'm under investigation, that's lying. So when you speak of things you don't know about because you may have read or rumors, that's not good. So I mean, if you want to have policy that's based on falsehoods, I'm not here for that. So I'm not going to speak anymore. Thank you.
It's just a yes or no. Did you sign a $800,000 mortgage naming the State Theater with Mike Bacigalupo? And the point of the matter is, I didn't just say you were under investigation. The whole process is under investigation about the State Theater. And so whoever is involved, I said, no stone will be unturned. So what I'm asking you, did you sign an $800,000 mortgage naming the State Theater? I just want everyone to know.
Commissioner Burney, you do have to
I'm
give him an
asking you a
opportunity
question.
to answer. You do have to give him an opportunity to answer. You just keep asking the same question.
So yes, I served on a board, and I was board chair, and actually I explained this before. So you've asked and I've answered before as part of the board duties as president. That board just did approve, and I signed on behalf of that board. So yes, that's accurate, but there's lots of other statements that are not correct in your. I'm referring to a resolution that is really moot at this point, and so. I don't know where we go with this other than I think we should move forward. I mean, we can vote, but my resolution was already passed because really it was about transparency, period. That's what my resolution was about. So if you want transparency, we have it. So thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Rivet.
Thank you, Mr. President. Although I don't intend to support the resolution because I think there are lots of questions about where recusal should occur or where abstention should occur, and I'm not fully versed in it at this point. I would suggest that there is some legitimacy to making sure that when we do our business, if we have personal interest, one way, shape, or form, that we consider making sure that we're not putting up votes that could be construed as inappropriate. Now, I'm not making any suggestion in this particular case. I haven't done the research, but I think it's important. And I also want to make clear that campaigning takes a lot of forms, and we've been campaigning on this commission for months now. So let's really think about how we're approaching our business and whether or not it's it could be construed as campaigning, because I'm seeing a ton of it from various sides. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Commissioner Girard.
Just one last comment. We have all submitted conflict of interest forms, correct? I guess I'd like to see all those conflict of interest forms publicized on our city website. Thank you.
Okay, anyone else? Seeing none, I do agree that there has been a lot of campaigning. I've gotten to a point where I'm personally like, okay, well, I'm done. That's all. It wasn't a remark about any specific person tonight. It's just a general remark. So I want to clarify that. If there's nothing else, will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Clements.
No.
Morris.
No.
Docket.
No.
Rivet.
No.
Burney.
Yes.
Brunner.
No.
Girard.
No.
6 no, 1 yes.
Motion fails, and I believe there's nothing else tonight. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right, we are adjourned. Thank you all for coming.